Good morning, everyone. Ange here, and I'm the Digestive Detective. So I help women beat the bloat, purge the pain, and get to the root cause of their digestive issues. So I have been missing in action for the last 2 weeks, which has been great for me. I went on a wonderful holiday with my husband and down to the South Coast, and it was fantastic. So if you followed along on Facebook or Instagram, you know, it's been a pretty tough year for everybody. So I hope everybody's going to get a holiday over the Christmas period. Let me know in the comments if you are. I think it's a really nice time. It's been a pretty tough year for all of us. So in the last 2 weeks, though, I've had lots of clients since I've been home that have motility issues. And so what do I mean by that? So issues with their bowel going either really slow or too fast, or both fast and slow at the same time. So very IBS-like symptoms. I've also had some people who are stuck in that sympathetic dominant nervous system, that fight or flight response. This also can affect your motility. What we really want to be is in that rest and digest state, you know, and this happens through our vagus nerve. And, you know, most of us have heard about the vagus nerve by now. So it's a cranial nerve that runs right around our body and innervates all of our organs pretty much. So one of its jobs is to basically control our parasympathetic nervous system, so our rest and digest nervous system, which is where we want to be most of the time. Although in today's world, we are completely the opposite. We spend so much time in the fight or flight. We are absolutely losing the ability to go back to the rest and digest nervous system. And this causes lots of health issues, you know, the stress, heart conditions, you know, lots of immune system dysfunction, thyroid dysfunction, adrenal dysfunction. So all those things are impacted by our ability not to be able to turn off that fight or flight response. So the vagus nerve does many things, and I'm not going to talk about all of them, but they control how we breathe, how we sweat, the motility like I've talked about, the inflammation that happens in our body. So the vagus nerve is in charge of all of those sorts of things. And also that relaxation response that I talked about. So you can see it's a pretty important gut-brain connection piece that we need to get right. So you can see by doing that, it's a pretty important thing, so we've got to get it perfect. So it essentially drives that whole message that we get between our gut and our brain. So have you ever gone to do a talk and got butterflies in your stomach, or you've had to run to the bathroom because your bowel's not feeling so great because you're so nervous? Well, that's the vagus nerve. That's what's getting that thing, you know, that's that gut-brain connection that happens. It also the vagus nerve also controls our gag reflex. So this is a great way to know if yours is working really well. So one way I get clients to test this is to get a tongue depressor or a toothbrush, and you just tap it into the middle of your tongue. So you basically open your mouth, stand in front of the mirror and tap it into the middle of your tongue. Now, if you tap it in the right spot a couple of times, you should gag. If you've got a really strong gag reflex, that should happen. For a lot of people, especially if you've got IBS or some other digestive problem, that doesn't happen. And you can see, you can touch it all day long and nothing will happen. So you can take active steps to strengthen and tone that vagus nerve to improve this motility and to help that body adapt to that stress response rather than always being in flight or fight, being able to get back into that parasympathetic nervous system. We all function much better here from a health perspective, as I said before. So to strengthen and tone your vagus nerve, vagal nerve, same thing, you can do lots of things. So you won't see results straight away. It's not you do it for a week and you'll notice, but you've got to do it for a couple of months, but you've got to really stick with it to see the results. So there's about 11 things that will help. And you don't need to do all of them. You know, my suggestion to people is just do 1 or 2 of them, but do them really consistently, 2 or 3 times a day if you can. So the first one is sing. So sing like nobody's listening. And so our vagus nerve is connected to our voice box. And so when you are singing really loud, this stimulates that vagus nerve function. So my suggestion is just to, in the car, if you're in the car by yourself, turn it up really loud and sing like your life depends on it. That's the first one. The second one is chanting. Anyone? So this stimulates, when you chant, it stimulates your whole nervous system, not just your your motility or your gut. It will, because it sends a vibration through, and the vagus nerve likes that vibration. The next thing is cold water therapy. So dipping your face or your head into cold water therapy. I hate the cold, so that one's definitely not going to be for me. Meditation. So that deep, slow breathing that you get, so that yogic breathing, it really slows down the nervous system, puts you back into that rest and digest state. And so in some meditations, there's chanting as well. So that's a huge bonus. The next one is yoga. So the asanas in yoga have been shown to relax the entire nervous system as well. And they think that that works through the vagus nerve. One of the ones that I like the best is the singing one, because I think everybody thinks they're a really good singer, so we should do that often. The second one is gargling. So you do it morning and night, but you've really got to put some, I get people to do a whole jar of water, a whole glass of water, and you've really got to give it everything. So when you gargle, if you can do it that much so little tears run out of your eyes, so you're really doing the real gargle, because that really turns it on. And you will find that one for me is one of the ones that I react to really quickly. So I can go from not having any movement in my gag reflex to that one really, as soon as I touch the toothbrush or the tongue depressor there, I will gag straight away. Massage or a foot massage. So any massage really, so it relaxes the nervous system. You've just got to do it often. The next one is fish oils. So omega-3 fatty acids help with the electrical function in the body. And so that can have an impact on your vagal nerve. So you want to make sure with this one, though, you don't buy the 1,000 for $10 because they're pretty crappy. We know that they're not good quality fish oils. They're generally made from the tailings of sardine farming. So I wouldn't do that one. Try and find a really good one. Nordic Naturals is one that I really love. And then the last one, there's 3 more actually. So the next one is exercise. It supports our brain growth hormones and cognitive and function, and it increases the mitochondria, which are the powerhouses in our cells in our brain. And so once you're doing this, it can also stimulate the vagal nerve. So exercise is really important. The thing is, you don't want too much and you don't want too little. You want the Goldilocks effect when it comes to exercise. The next 2 are really easy, and I love these 2. So compassion for other people. Strengthens and tones our vagus nerve. I don't know how the heck they found this out, but it's been well studied that compassion for other people and by helping other people, it strengthens and tones our vagus nerve. And the last one I love, socializing and laughing, as this reduces our stress hormones over a long period of time. So hang out with some of your friends and laugh loud and do it really often, because this gets your nervous system down into that really great rest and digest much quicker. So again, these tips have to be done over a long period of time to get that vagus nerve, toned and strengthened. But it will help your ability to deal with stress, and it will also help your motility. It will calm your adrenals down if they're overworking, which most people I see, they really are overworking. So if you want to find more about your vagus nerve, or your digestion is affected and you don't really know where to go next, book in for a free consultation, 15-minute consultation. So I'll give you an action plan of what to do next. So in the this Facebook Live, there is a link to my website where you can book in. In Instagram, it's in the bio, and in LinkedIn, it's in the comments. So have a fantastic day, folks. I hope that's been helpful for you. I look forward to, tell me which ones you're going to do in the comments. I'd love to hear. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.